Hey folks, starting on my next project here. Really glad to be back in the shop. My wife's spice rack has been keeping me out of the shop because I come in here for 5 minutes and put polyurethane on it or something, and then I have to wait freaking days for it to dry because of the weather, and I don't have no controlled heat in here. But this is my next project. I don't know if y'all can see, that's a glass right there. This is for a Robohiker, Tony Bright, and this is going to be the back of it. I'll show y'all how I do one of these here in a minute. And I'm winging this like I do everything else, so kind of just guessing at it as I go. I know what I want it to look like, and so I'll just build it by that. But this is a piece of plywood, and what I do is raise the saw up, you know, to however high I want it to cut that groove out. Just lay that down there and go back and forth until it cuts the whole groove out that I want. And see, then this will fit right on the back there. You can see it kind of, you know, it grooves in like a puzzle. And I use the saw to cut this groove, the table saw to cut this groove in here for the glass. And the glass just slides right in it there. Now I got to come up with the two side walls and a roof, and then I'll be ready to start painting it. And what this is going to be, I've said it before, it's going to be a campfire right in here somewhere, and a young boy and a man, which would be Robohiker Tony and his son, sitting beside the campfire. And then there will be a hammock over here in this corner and a hammock over here in this corner, and some trees and debris or whatever, you know, in there. But I'll make it all look good. I have to carve out some men. I've got all kinds of little wood I can carve men out of. But that's what it's going to be. And so let me go on and get started. I got to cut out some boards for the sides here, and I'm going to cut them to fit in the groove too, and I'll show y'all on one of those how I do it once I get one cut down to size. Alright, get back in a bit. Hey folks, to show you what I'm doing right now. Cut down I have one of these boards like this. I ripped these two pieces out of. I already got it sanded down a little bit. I got this from Harbor Freight, this planer. It works real good on cutting the middle part off where it comes uneven at. But anyways, I'm using two different sanders right now. I'm using my Orbit random sander, which is by Rockwell. I'm using that to cut down the rough edges that's on the main part of the boards here. But then I'm using this DeWalt palm sander, and did this one, taking off the other edges, because this thing's too powerful to really try to hold it on there. But this one, and then I don't know if y'all noticed this thing I got down here. I saw this tip on YouTube. This is one of them rubber thingies, like you will put on, I don't know, something to keep your dishes from sliding or whatever. But it works real good if you're using a powerful sander. You put one of these things down on there and it ain't going nowhere. You know, you don't have to hold it, clamp it or nothing. Pretty neat idea. But alright, just want to show y'all where I'm at right now and get back with you in a minute. Alright folks, here's what we got so far. This is going to be a really unique display box. Not only because of how it's going to look, you know, with the hammock and all that, or at least I hope that turns out good. But other than that, the stuff it's made out of. Alright, this bottom part, I had to use different sides because these kind that I ripped, they're too curved. You know, they're bowed out and I don't feel like messing with them. So I needed a straighter board. So anyways, this bottom part is made from these beams that come out of an old torn down farmhouse. The back part is plywood. The side part's plywood too, but a much more expensive plywood. The sides I'm making out of, let's see. I'm making the sides out of cabinet doors and drawers. See these here? And so what I'm doing to these is cutting them down the side, cutting these lips off, and then shaping them out to be how I want them to be. That's what that side is. Put the groove in it for the window, and it's grooved. Let me show y'all how it's grooved there. See, it's grooved like that to fit on there, like that. It slides right in. Now I got to do one for the other side, and then that much of the stuff will be cut out, and then all I have left to cut out is a top, and then I can get to work on painting it and carving out the two men and figuring out what I'm gonna make the hammocks out of. Got tons of stuff I can make a hammock out of, you know, any kind of cloth, this kind of material here, even plastic bag, you know, would make a hammock. Just anything to make a hammock out of. I haven't figured out how I'm gonna do it yet, but that's where I'm at on it. We'll get to work on this other side so I can have that much done. I want to get it all cut out at least today, because I got some other stuff I need to start working on. I got to start building some bird houses for that Carolina Inn event. Bird houses on parade type of thing. Alright, get back beyond a bit. Hey y'all, show you how I'm clearing off these, this was those white cabinet doors. You can still see some white on it. And when I try to rip it down, you know, my saw only comes up to here, my table saw. So I do it on all corners, and then that leaves this little hump in the middle. I'm going to show you how I'm getting that off. I'm going to clamp it down for one. And I'm going to use this plane. And I have never used one of these, so I'm really experimenting with it. But it seems to be working out real good. That there about got it. And see, I used to do that with the sander. Wherever there was a bump, and it would take forever. This thing just knocks it right out, man. I like it. And this is just a cheap plane from Harbor Freight. But it's nice and it works. See, now I'll just take the sander and put on there the random order sander. past that. Go ahead and touch this corner up right here. And there she is. Now I'm going to put the grooves on it. Show you how I'm going to do one of them. Let's see if I can set it right here for a minute. I'm going to lower the saw. Now see, this is one I've already done. I'm going to put that on the saw blade. Continue to lower it down. Even. Then push the fence up against it. Like that. Work. Now set some of this up. There's my groove for the glass to go in. And then I'm going to measure the saw again. Like that. Alright. Alright, that ought to do it. that on there. Should work out good. And there you have it. And knock some of this top off some. There we go. More down there. But that's basically it. How I'm doing it. Get it all set up here for y'all to see. There you have it. And the glass, once it's all nailed together and glued together, the glass will just slide in and out like so. So now I got to make a top for it, and then I ain't gonna put it together until I paint it all, because it's easier to paint on single sheets. But let me get with that. Get back to y'all later. Hey folks, show you a little bit of what I'm doing here. This is going to be the sky. Now what I have in mind, I don't know how well this is going to work or not, but what I have in mind for this, see, this is the back. Set that up. And these are the side walls. Okay, yeah, this one will go over there. Get this one up here since it fits. Sorry for all the moving. Alright, see, that's the side walls, and then the other wall will be over there. Now I'm fixing to fade some light blue into this, you know, to bring the light blue down here. And what I have in mind, or what I plan to try to do, alright, you see these little lights? These are yellow lights. I'm going to bunch these up together. Now this is just an idea. I don't know if I'm going to do this yet or not, but I'm going to bunch these up together and see if I can figure out a way to put them in the floor instead of in the ceiling, and then cut out like some of this red plastic stuff off my bag here and cut it out in the shape of a fire, and then when you turn these on it would light up the fire and hopefully light up the whole thing. And these are yellow lights, yellow Christmas lights with a battery pack. But I don't know, we'll see how it goes, if I do it or not. Not sure yet. I got the bottom piece outside. I spray painted it brown, you know, because it's going to be the floor. And then I'll, of course, put everything all over it, moss and rocks and whatnot. But anyway, that's what I'm doing now, painting it up. I'm going to fade the blue in here, light blue in here, and then there'll be trees, you know, and I might even put a moon somewhere up here. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, get back to y'all. Hey folks. Show y'all how I'm doing this here. I done put the light blue faded into the dark blue for the sky. I made trees. Just did that with black paint, you know. And you know, when you're painting trees, it ain't nothing hard. It's just a bunch of lines, limbs, you know. Picture the woods and just do it, because the leaves are going to cover up any flaws. And so you just how I'm doing the leaves. Using this little brush in green right now. You just go like wherever you got the limbs at, and just touch them. And just keep on going all the way until it's done. You don't know, depending on what time of year you're making it, you know, you may want a lot of leaves, and since I got these leaves green, it must be spring or right before fall, because I'm going to put some different colored leaves in there too, some changing color ones. Yeah, just give it more color. But yeah, all you do is go to touching it. Just put a bunch of little kind of like dots. See, it gets to looking, starts coming to life after you start putting all the color in it. And if you're going to be putting more colors, you want to make sure you leave space to put other colors, you know. I mean, you can paint over something too, but like instead of just making it almost a solid green sheet of leaves, make sure you leave, you know, like spaces all in there for some red leaves. If you just barely touch with the brush, you kind of save paint that way. If you smash down on it, you're using more paint than what's necessary. This is acrylic paint that I'm using. So I'm going to finish up doing it like that, and then I'll come back and put some of that color in. That's kind of like a rosewood color. Maybe some red, a little bit of yellow. Might put a little orange glare on the trees like it's coming from the campfire. And do a little gray and maybe some of that rosewood on the weeds that's going to be down here. And all this will be filled in, you know, and I'm going to try to make it look kind of dark, because it's going to be like getting nighttime, that kind of thing. But alright, we'll get back to you. Hey folks, so far this is what I got going on. Hold on, let me try something here. Get these drawers out of the way. If I can lay this on top and set y'all down. Alright, so far this is what I got going on. All this is just sitting here. I haven't got it ready yet. But the floor is going to be filled with debris, you know, to make it look like the woods. You got the forest back there. Haven't finished doing the sides yet. I got to put leaves all over them. Haven't even put the trees on that one yet. But I put yellow lights in there behind this thing. And then I'll just put this in here just to see what this will look like. But I'll turn the lights off. Give you a basic idea of what it'll look like. Be similar to that. But it'll have somebody sitting over here, and a hammock here, and a hammock here. I think that'd be cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright, we'll catch y'all in a bit. Hey folks. These are the two side walls of Tony Robohiker's display box I'm making. Still got to put some more color in on the leaves. You know, make it look like fall, like they're changing colors. I got these two. That's the bottom piece and the back piece. That's the bottom of the bottom piece, and that's the back of the back piece. Got them staining. hopefully I'll be through with this soon, because I got a lot of stuff to do. For mic wear, this is, I told you it was a Skill table saw, and that is what it is. Skill table saw. And it's pretty nice. It's the cheapest one that Lowe's had. When I got it, it was $110. And ain't nothing really special about it. No whistles. But it works. Does the job and does it real good. And like I said, I done put it through teetotal hell, cutting up stumps or logs and limbs and ripping them, and hard oak wood, and still got the same blade on it that it came with. Still using it. Put y'all up here for a minute. Yeah. Out there. Out there. Maybe a little bit more than that. Smoking my homemade pipe. Still kicking good. I like it a lot. It's cold out here tonight. So getting down to 28, I think. I got this little bitty heater over here kicking, but it don't do much in here because this place is not insulated at all. You can see the ground through the rotted wood on the bottom, which these walls, I don't know how well y'all can see these walls. They're like cardboard. No, they're not thick at all. It's like my battery's about to die. But I'll try to get this up tonight. So, and then I'll do more later. Battery's about to die, but I wanted to tell y'all my stepson's coming home from college Friday for spring break, and I might go camping that week or next week, because my wife, you know, with my stepson gone, when I go camping, my wife has to be alone, and she don't like that. Which I'm still gonna camp, and she knows that, but I figured it'd be a good opportunity to do it while he's here on spring break. Go for a day or two, you know, so she won't have to be alone. I don't think she really likes the idea of me going while he's here, you know, thinking I should be spending time with him, but when he's here, we don't never spend time together. He'll be in his room the whole time he's here, you know, except for when he comes out to eat or use the bathroom. That's the way he always is. But anyways, ain't a whole lot of nothing else going on. Joe Raul, I haven't forgot you, man. I'll be making your sign after I make this, and then I gotta jump on some bird houses. I get to use my new router. That's that router that Brad Allen got me. I'll show you all my Dremel bits. I mean my router bits here. I was able to order these from Harbor Freight. I'll stand up. It's a nice set. I got dust all over the windows. Hadn't used none of them yet. But that's what I'll use one of them to make the sign with. But I don't want you to think I forgot you, Joe. I've just been real busy and haven't been able to do nothing in my shop with my wife's spice rack drying in here. But that's the board I'm going to use for yours. And I'll probably leave it about that big too, because for what you want on it, it's going to need to be about that big. Haven't figured out on the picture yet that I'm going to do for it. Got a few in mind, and I'll talk to you before then, before I put them on, to see which one you want. But that's about it, folks. I'll get back to y'all later. I'll try to get this uploaded tonight, and we'll catch y'all then later. Hey folks, here's where I'm at so far. Figure I'll give you one more shot before I go try to upload this. Still need to put some reds, and then I'll be done with the painting and the backboard. Try to make them all kind of match best they can. But get a little bit of red. I might throw some more of that brown in there. I want the grounds to match. Oh, and green. I ain't got no green down there. I need to put some green on the ground. But anyways, that's where I'm at right now. After these get done, then the fun part starts. Carving out the men, or the man and the boy, which I'll do most of with my Dremel and a few different techniques. Alright, I'm gonna go see about uploading this or getting it converted to upload. We'll catch y'all later.